Right, good evening, everybody. Now, this is a completely unannounced live stream, so there's a couple of reasons I'm doing this. First of all, I did a live with Paul Thorpe earlier on, and there was a problem with the sound. So if anyone's on, which there isn't yet, which is, I'm sure someone will see it sooner or later, I want to just make sure that everybody can hear everything okay and that the sound's working and it's behaving the way it should be behaving. Now that's very odd that nobody's jumped. Jenny, evening. Kelly, evening. How are you? Let's say to a great extent this is a bit of a mic check. It is. So guys, let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. Sounds good. Okay, that's great. So also the other thing is, again, it's really all my regulars on here anyway, so a lot of it isn't relevant really. But what I want to ask everybody to do is make sure that you share, and I'm going to drop the link in here just now. I'm going to put a few links in that I want you to share. So just give me 2 seconds. First one is Counter Media, which again, most of you guys are on. But what I really want to do is get Counter Media really bouncing and doing the business in the new year. So let me just get the link to the channel here. Okay, there we go. So first thing is, everybody, if you can, yeah, the sound's much better. Great. I mean, I think all I needed to do was reset it. I know, yeah. I'm not asking you to double subscribe to the channel. No, what I'm asking you to do, just share it. Share it with as many people as you know that might like what we do, and get it out there. So that's the first one. Second one is, and you all know about all this stuff, so none of this is revolutionary or new, but I just think it's good to start off as I mean to go on. Something just dropped out of my computer. I'm not sure what that is. There we go. Professional as ever. The next one is, that's great. Do you know what? I honestly don't know what happened to that mic on the Paul Thorpe thing, because I think it was something at my end. I don't think it was anyone else, because I think what had happened is all my settings had gone off. So I've probably been messing about with it. You know, when someone says, oh, we can't hear you, so I've probably gone on and messed something about. Okay, so the pledge.org.uk. If you haven't signed it, please do. I'm going to push the life out of this in the new year. I saw a whole lot of comments in Paul Thorpe's videos. Oh, the pledge is this, the pledge is that. No, the pledge is the ideology of our movement, right? And yeah, thanks for that, Jenny. Everybody, I know all of you guys have probably done all this already, but this is just to do a bit of housekeeping and get everybody on the same page. So this is the direction I'm going to be going in the new year, and I said it, I think, this morning. And again, this is really kind of the people that are watching tonight are kind of the A team, because you're the guys that are really, really loyal and good supporters. So I know that I can just share exactly where I'm coming from and what I'm planning to do for 2026 with you guys. So obviously I want to build up Counter Media. I want to, the Richard Inman channel is an interesting one, because even though it's not monetized, what I'm thinking, if people want to watch something, because, well, the other thing is, do Google put adverts in the Richard Inman channel, because if they do, I don't get any money for them. And what I'm thinking, if people want to watch the channel without having to watch adverts, then that's one of the good things about a demonetized page. So what I'll always have, I'll always have my little PayPal bits and pieces in there. You can buy the record, you know, the Men of England and all that sort of stuff in that, in the descriptions of every single video I put out. So if people want to watch on Richard Inman, if they're, you know, and they're contributing to what I'm trying to do, I think that's fine. You know what I mean? Because I think one of the problems that we've got is, sooner or later, if and when the Democrats get back in power, we're talking probably 4 years' time, whatever it is, if the Democrats get back in power in America, which hopefully they don't, but we'll be back to square one with all the social media giants. The only reason that we've got any free speech is because of Elon Musk putting pressure on the other players, like Facebook and the platform that we're on now, which I'm also not going to mention. But the only reason we have any semblance of free speech is because of that. This scum government that we've got in power are going to be pushing like mad silencers and censors. And that brings me on to the next point, which is the UK freedom movement. Now, it looks pretty crappy at the minute. It's a site I did years ago. But I'm going to breathe life into this. I'm going to get some video on the homepage. I'm going to give it a new lick of paint. And I would ask everybody, if you haven't done so already, to sign up to ukfreedommovement.org.uk. And because I think we're going to have to keep fighting these battles of freedom of speech and freedom of religion and freedom from the EU and to be a free sovereign nation. Because when you look at what's been going on, you look at the globalists, you know, the WEF, the UN, World Health Organization, all these control freaks, and you look at all the agendas, the net zero, the open borders, it's all coming from a globalist standpoint. And all of it is attacking our freedom. Because the more we live in a multicultural state, the more our freedoms are eroded. So, and some people say, well, look, you don't want Steve Laws to get a platform because he's a Nazi. Well, I think he's a Nazi. Whether he is or not, I suppose he can challenge that one in court. But I think he's certainly a racist, and he's quite openly says he's a racist, but he seems to be anti-Semitic as well. So I would never have him on my channel, but that doesn't mean that people don't have a right to have him on their channel. And I absolutely defend their right to have him on their channel. But it's I don't have to hang about with people and listen to people that I don't like, and I don't like the message. So that's not an attack on free speech. I am a free speech absolutist to the extent, as long as you're not inciting violence, inciting murder, or anything like that, you can pretty much say what you want. I just won't listen to it. You know, it's simple as that. And that's my same mode with the far left and the Islamists. I wouldn't have far left people or Islamists on my channel, so I'm not going to have far right people on there as well. So yeah, sign up to the pledge, sign up to the UK freedom movement, sign up to Counter Media, and I'm going to create some new channels. I'm going to create one that's specifically for Christianity, and I'll probably create a website to back that up as well. I've already got the YouTube channel made. I just need to get some content done for it. So what I'll be doing is, as time goes on, I'll be adding extra channels to the mix when I'm doing live streams. So I'll be doing live streams not just to the ones I've got now, but I'll have other ones there that I'm going to do some live streams. Yes, you know, I will do, absolutely, Jamie. I'll put the links. 3 best channels. Yeah. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. So yeah, so basically I'm going to have a Christian thing. I'm going to have UK Freedom Movement. I've got a channel for UK Freedom Movement. And I've got other bits and pieces going on as well that are all relevant. Everything I'm doing is relevant to the struggle that we're in. And that will all become clearer as time goes on. And the pledge, we're going to do a lot with the pledge in the new year. I was talking to, there's basically 2 of us. Obviously, we worked as a group on the pledge, but there was 2 of us really pushed it forward. And I was chatting to the gentleman that actually inscripturated, if you like, the pledge. He wrote all the ideas down, and the ideas have been bouncing around for a long time. So what we're going to do, we're going to start doing a lot more with the pledge, and that'll be seen within about a month, because again, there's quite a lot of work that I've got to do. So yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna really up my game, but I think what we've got to do is get away from reliance on advice. Do short 1-minute videos on Richard Inman channel. Yeah, that's a really good idea. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely, yeah. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm not going to talk about the D word. I'll stop talking about that. Brilliant. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So I'll just do those little intros on Richard Inman, and then get people across to Counter Media. And what I might do, I might stop streaming to Richard Inman, possibly, and just stream to Counter Media. See if that has a positive effect. It's a possibility. I'll see. But I think for now I'll probably stream to both, because then I can say when I'm streaming to Richard Inman, please come across to Counter Media. There's going to be a lot more content on there. I think any of the videos that I do, that are deep dive videos, or my little walkabout videos, or any of the journalism I'm doing if I'm running about Northern Ireland, that yeah, I'm excited about the Christian channel as well. Do you know what? Bree, I am very much like that as well. I don't know if you've noticed, when I come on and do my morning show, I spend a lot of it talking about Christianity way more than I do anything else, because all the rest, you just get down into the same old rabbit hole. We know what the solution is. The solution is Advance UK, the Pledge, Christianity, Brilliant Boudica. That is absolutely fantastic. We know what the answers are to the problems that we're facing. So we just need to get a grip of everything and make sure it all works. And that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I think we'll do that. I'll start pushing people from Richard Inman across to Counter Media. So these are the three things I'm going to be mainly working on. Obviously, Advance UK. But try to get a message on Paul's channel when he was live. Have you seen the video of the police in Epping? Yes, I did see that. I'd love to find it, but I saw that one, Tommy. I saw that video. It was absolutely barbaric. And this is the stuff that we need to do. And look at this. This is a guy, Howard. You're a legend, because do what Howard's done, right? So sign the pledge, join Advance UK, join the UK Freedom Movement, which is brilliant. And that's what we're going to do. And I want to push the UK Freedom Movement to have, a really, if I can get all the people that are following the UK Freedom Movement on Facebook, and will be following these channels onto the actual site, it means that we don't have to worry about any cancel culture from any of the social media giants. We don't have to worry too much about even the government cancelling us, because we can hold everything remotely, and we can just keep going and keep doing what we're doing. There's always problems. There's always ways that can sabotage you. But yeah, I want, while we're on the channel tonight, right, I'm not going to go into details, right? And I don't even know if I should say this, but I think, I'm not going to say anything actually, but I think we all, listen, Danny Roscoe's crazy. Danny Roscoe put a comment on Andrew Gold's video, basically saying what a great fella Steve Laws was. Steve Laws would have him on a boat, like within seconds. He'd be gone. Anyone with Irish heritage would be gone. That means I'd be gone. My grandson would be gone. So but Danny Rothfield's calling it Advance UK. Oh man, that fella is not well. He's not a well man. He's not a well man. And I like Danny. I give him a big hug on the Christmas Carol, but I'm going to call him out if he's been an idiot. You know what I mean? I'm a Christian. I've not been church lately because I've not been well, but we love you, mate. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. That is really, really appreciated. Oh, everyone's going up 2 C's for, sorry, you with you, Richard, from brilliant. Howard, I have a friend, a Christian fella, called Sam. He's from Kilkeel originally. He lives in Australia now. He's a pastor of a church. He's a very, very good friend of mine. He's from Kilkeel. No, I know he did. I know Andrew really pushed back at Steve Laws, and that was good, right? I get that. That was really, really good. And to be honest with you, it was probably worth, if Andrew, I mean, I haven't seen it all. I haven't had time to watch it all. That's one of the problems. I'm getting that busy. I don't have time to watch any of this stuff. But yeah, that's good. If he pushed back, that's really, really good. Rich, I did miss your news. You were going to tell us about at Christmas. Was that? It could have been about my birth mother. I'm not sure. I think I told some people on the channel about that. I think that's probably what it was. It was probably, yeah. But I think it was about my birth mother. So I was adopted at birth. Sorry, when I was about 6 months old. I think about 6 months old. I was adopted, and my birth mother, who gave birth to me, tracked me down about a month ago, and I've been chatting to her. I'm going to meet her in the new year. She's I mean, the character traits that I see that I have in common with her are crazy. Very similar personalities by the sounds of it. Good sense of humour, very feisty, quite opinionated, likes to win an argument. So it says a lot about where all my personality traits come from. So yeah, that was the news I was going to put out at Christmas. I can't remember whether I actually did or not because I've been that busy. But yeah, honestly, Grace, really amazing. My adoptive mother died. This is the crazy thing about this, right? My adoptive mother died in February. right? So my adopted mum was my wow, that's really interesting as well. I'd love to chat to you about that. Actually, that'd be. Do you know, we should maybe do at some point. We should do a stream about adoption. Nick and Coney up UKIP's call for a merger alliance between UKIP and Advance, but as we'll see, well, well, you know, that's when you're asking for a surrender, and you're going with the white flag. The general that you're asking to surrender to doesn't necessarily have to accept your terms. Let's just put it that way. Oh, guys, listen. My problem is I am too straight. I just say what comes into my head comes out of my mouth. There's not very many filters there, so that can be a problem for me sometimes, to say the least. Just signed up to the pledge, and the Freedom Movement also joined Advance months ago. Brilliant, Margaret. You see, this is what we need to do. We need to get this momentum going, and all these things feed into each other. And I'm telling you guys, I'm committed to this. I am going to give my all to this for the next. What have we got? Where are we? 2026, coming to 2026. 3 years. I'm going to be at this full tilt for the next 3 years, getting Advance to where they should be. And I have no ambition. I have no ambition to be an MP. I have no ambition to be involved in frontline politics. I love doing this. I love chatting to you guys. I love hearing your point of view. I love hearing what's going on. I love reporting on what's going on. I love calling out the problems. And even with, Advance UK is great, but even with Advance UK being as free as it is, I would still be probably restricted in what I could say if I was in a leadership position or was a candidate or was running a branch or something like that. So I'm happy just to help and get people together. And let's say we've got about 100 people in our local constituency who are Advance members. We've got about 20 of them in a WhatsApp group. All activists, all motivated, all love the country, all patriots. And, you know, I haven't had to do any of that because the people in that group, the people in that little group, we just added all the friends who they know are interested in Advance or are members of Advance. Yeah? Ah, yeah, bless Nick. Look, Nick's a nice lad, right? Nick's actually a nice lad, you know? He's annoyed me sometimes. Some of the things he said about the pledge really annoyed me. Because why would you attack something that is non-party political? And it's not. The pledge is not party political. We put out one email about Advance because I thought it was the right thing to do. Okay? Brilliant, Jenny. Really, really appreciate that. Do you know, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat tonight that I don't normally see. Yeah, there's Bess. Bess is in the group. Even though she's not in, she doesn't live exactly where we live, but she's in the group because she's an honorary member. She's in the group because she'll get stuff done, right? Richard, watching you in the mornings is lovely. I'm very lonely, mate, with no family or friends, and bringing my son up is well hard. But watch your channel before I take my son to college. Do you know what? That is absolutely a lovely, lovely message. Yeah, that's a very, very nice message. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Turn no one away. They will bring others. Absolutely. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I get that. I'm not turning anyone away. It's just, listen, I know what happened whenever I joined Advance UK, and believe you me, UKIP did not show very much grace. Okay, I'm quite happy for UKIP to look. UKIP should join. UKIP should just pack things up and join Advance UK. Simple as that, and just become members. And then if they want to become members of the college or candidates, then they should apply like everybody else. That's just that's the reality. Now, I'm not speaking on behalf of Advance UK. Let me just make that very clear, okay? I have no authority to speak for Advance UK. So anything I say about Advance UK policy is not. It's my policy. It's not Advance UK policy. So I don't want to, to try and second guess anything that Ben might do or UKIP might do. But UKIP should just join. They should just join. That's my opinion. And I'm allowed my opinion because that's what free speech is about. I would never, ever mess with Bess. I know far better than to mess with Bess. Yeah, I'm on the same page as you, Yorkshire Tea, on the same page as you, mate. So yeah, so that's really what this is about tonight. Just let's focus on the new year. We're going to be focused on advance. We're going to be focused on faith. I think it's exciting. I think we're really in very exciting times. Yeah, let's just keep going and trust that God will help us and that we'll get what we need to achieve. And it's that getting that balance, isn't it, between your family, your faith, your finances, your flag, your patriotism, getting all that, your fitness, all of those things are part of what we are, who we are, and what we do. Oh man, that's some sort of, that'd be a good code. That'd be a good code. So let's have a look. UK TP, Advanced UK, TP's got to be, is that turning point? UK FM. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I agree with that. Alliances need to be made. I'm just a grumpy sod, to be honest with you. I'm just grumpy and I agree. Alliances do need to be made. And look, I don't know how many members UKIP have got. I'm guessing, this is just an educated guess. I don't know for sure. I'm guessing UKIP's probably got about 2,000 or 3,000 members, maybe 4,000. I don't know. But I know for sure that all those members should join Advanced UK without a shadow of doubt. I think Rupert should come across and be joint leader with Ben, Rupert Lowe, and bring the Restore movement together in behind Ben. And so there's other stuff going on in the background that I know about that I can't speak about. And that's not me being, deliberately trying to be elitist or vague. I just can't speak about it. But there's some really good stuff in the pipeline. And if it all comes off and comes about, it's going to be great. But whether any of the stuff that's talked about happens or not, whether Rupert, joins, and obviously there's no talk of Rupert joining Advance either. That's an aspiration that I've got. So. Yeah, we need. Do you know what? You're absolutely right. We need as many people on side as we can possibly get. Let me just share screen here, guys, just to show you just to show you the site, so that when you log on to the pledge, you've got the right one. So let's have a look. Share screen. This is UK Freedom Movement. So there we go. Let me get my ugly mug out of the picture so you can see that. Sorry, what we got there? Richard, do you know what? I'm late to Anne-Marie. I've got a phone number. I'll maybe touch base with Anne-Marie because Anne-Marie's a good egg. I like Anne-Marie. She's a good person. And so yeah, that's one of the sites there. ukfreedommovement.org.uk. And please just consider giving us your email address. That's all we're asking for that site. I'll probably try and get more data off that at a later stage, but I think for now we'll just keep it simple, keep it really easy for people to sign up, and I'll be basically sending emails out. Now I'm going to change this because this is quite old looking now, and it looks a bit old fashioned. Probably leave the logo the same for now, or maybe change the logo to look a bit more like Counter Media, so I might have the end of movement in blue, so it's kind of red, white, and blue. But yeah, I'm going to change that a little bit. I'm going to put a video where that image is, and going to try to keep. Yeah, the blog definitely needs updated on there. That's like years old. But again, it's time. I mean, if anybody, I tell you what, here's a challenge, right? If anybody wants to blog for me and write stories, anyone's a bit of a wordsmith and they can write stories, send some stuff across, and if it's good, I'll publish it. Well, I hope so. I hope he does. You see, I think it would be great if just one candidate stood in London. And yeah, we love grumpy you, Richard. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Well, yeah, I mean, it's 11:30 now, and I'm still at it. I'm still going at this. So yeah, if anybody wants to start writing for the sites, let me know. Send me some little snippets of stuff that you can put together. And I will. you know what? I saw Bishop Kai tonight. He was great, and he prayed for me. And I was standing there as he was praying. I was standing there in my living room, and I could feel the presence of God. I could feel the Spirit of God. Just, I could just feel God's presence there. Do you know what I mean? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Right, next one is the pledge. So let's have a look. So here we go. Here's the pledge, and there are the top 5. And again, the pledge probably needs a little bit of a refresh, but it's getting the time and the finance and the resources to do that. I mean, I can do it myself, but I think we're getting to the stage now where we need to professionalize, and I probably need to. There's another one. UK Freedom Campaign. Who's the UK Freedom Campaign? That's what I want to know. We're gonna have to look at that now. Oh man, there's that many people. Just, do you know what? I know imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but Jenny, could you do me a favor? Send me the link to UK Freedom Campaign, because that sounds alarmingly similar to what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not really that fussed because I always do my own thing, my own way. But be good to see who's using my UK Freedom Campaign. Is a grassroots committed to the preservation of liberty and civil rights in the UK. It's been going since 2021. Okay. UK Freedom, 14th of October, 1 hour ago. Actually, okay. They actually look like they're on our side. So that's interesting. Don't know who that is, but it's interesting. UK Freedom Campaign. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So we know that there's another site out there. Well, not a site, because I don't think they've got a website, have they? I think they're just a Twitter page. Are they? Yeah, they're just a Twitter page. They don't have a site. But yeah, okay. That's interesting. Right. Okay. So, guys, anyway, that's the direction that we're going in. Again, I'm going to check some emails later on to see who's been in touch. Yes, the Facebook. Okay. Yes, this is really cool. Claire Bear, can you put the links to the Facebook pages in here right now? Because we've got a really good Facebook page, because we have Claire Bear doing the admin. She's doing an absolute sterling job. She's smashing it. Yes, Advance UK will be in Scotland, same as Northern Ireland. There'll be lots of members there, and they'll just be waiting to get the structure in place to stick it all together and make it all work. Okay, Claire Bear, if you could drop those links in there before I go, and we'll get those links to everybody as well, so everybody can see those links. If you could do that, Claire. Thank you. Right. Let's see, where are we? I've completely missed this. It's all right, Yvonne. I didn't announce this. This was a totally ad hoc one. I did it really to test my mic out, because I was really annoyed that the mic was so bad on pulsing. It was really embarrassing, that. So I had to get it fixed. And yeah, anyway. Right, let me see if we can get these links from YouTube. In fact, sorry, not YouTube, from Facebook. I know, I'm terrible for keeping people out of the beds. Okay, that's okay. Don't worry about it, Claire. We could remind me about that. We'll do that. In fact, what I can do when we check emails free. Okay. I will certainly do that 100%. Okay, that's cool. Well, look, let's just call it a day there, because it is 25 to 12, and remember, we've got 8 o'clock in the morning. We've got the breakfast show. So I'll see everybody at 8 o'clock in the morning, and have a good one, guys. But yeah, you know what to do. Join the pledge. Sign the pledge. Join the UK Freedom Movement. Subscribe to Counter Media, and also join Advance UK. Okay, guys. See you all soon. Adios.